Is this mic working? Am I on? You're live. What's up, guys? It's David from Hogaholics. Sure, at this point, you guys know what's up, what I do.
What would you say you do here?
Do a lot of hog hunting, machine gun stuff. Come to a point where I want to do some educational series. And the first one that I'll be doing is fungal series. I'll be doing espresso series as well here pretty soon. We'll be doing over PARD USA's Ocelot 640. Full transparency, they do compensate me, but I am very clear to them up front that they pay me for my opinion. They're not buying my opinion. So I'm always going to be honest to you guys because that's what matters the most. So with that being said, we've got the PARD Ocelot 640. The 640 comes in at right about $4,000 retail. They've got a 480 version. I think that's $19.99 retail, so about half the price. My first impression out the box was honestly better than I expected. The 640 has aluminum housing, which I really personally prefer. It's a little bit heavier, but that's okay. I think this unit weighs in at like 1.3 pounds. I put a poll on my story to see what gun we should put this on. To my surprise, you guys did not choose the MP5 ST. This is my 300 Black Gal, integrally suppressed accountant. Suppressed weapon systems made the barrel. These things are awesome. We're gonna go walk some pigs with this here pretty soon. But first, let's discuss this Ocelot to get a zero. Pretty much every thermal comes with a little eye cup. I hate the way they look, but I've cut my eye like up here too many times to not use it anymore. But just for the sake of looking cool, we'll leave it off. One thing out the box that I don't like about the Ocelot is the mount. It's a heavy duty mount. I'm sure it works great. Probably not gonna lose the thermal, it's not gonna come off, but I like a QD mount. The PARD 640 on account. Let's break down the specs. As the name suggests, got a 640 by 512 sensor. 12 by 12 pixel size, so the screen is really tight. It really good image quality on the display. The objective lens is 35 by 50, an optical zoom of 2.3 or 2.5, 2 power, 4 power, 6 power, or 8 power digital zoom. Our display resolution is 800 by 800. There's 6 different reticle styles, 4 different reticle colors, red, white, yellow, and green. The image mode, we've got white hot, black hot, red hot, edge, in hot, and sky. Personally, I don't ever use anything other than white or black hot. The photo and video resolution are pretty good. Photo resolution, we got 1536 by 1536. You're gonna get a real sharp image if you're taking photos through your thermal. If you're recording video, you're gonna have 768 by 768. If you come right here, you'll see the Ocelot takes a micro SD card. It's compatible with up to 128 gigabyte SD card, USB-C charging port, so you can charge the unit while you're riding around. You just plug it in your truck or whatever. The battery that it takes, these units come with this rechargeable battery. You can find these on Amazon. They're not expensive, fortunately. Other thermals take CR123s and they're not rechargeable, and they're just obnoxious. I think the runtime is 5 hours on this scope. It's got a laser rangefinder in it, which I'm a big fan of, because if you're not familiar with thermal hunting, just getting into it, you cannot gauge distance or size of an animal through thermal. It takes a lot of experience to figure that out, and it changes by the thermal. So diving deeper, we've got our magnification right here, going from 2.3 to 2.5, not a huge difference. And then this is your focal knob. This thermal actually focuses very, very crisp. I'm very impressed by it. So the other thing about having an onboard laser rangefinder is you also get a ballistic calculator. There's a function on here where you can gauge the distance and then it'll move the reticle. It'll give you a little X where your shot is going to land at whatever distance. Badass. I personally like that the power button is off to the side by itself. I don't like when it's up with all the menu buttons and the function buttons, I like to call them. On this, you can, while the thermal's on, you can tap the power button once real quick and it'll put it in sleep mode. That's great. Also, this thermal auto nukes. So those of you that are new here, your thermal sensor will, I guess one way to put it is, get tired and it'll have to reset. And it usually takes like 2 seconds or so, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Some units will have manual nuke or auto nuke. Manual nuke just kind of gets annoying. I just don't want to have to think about it, I don't want to have to deal with it. I just want to focus on hunting, hang out with the homies. Zeroing the thermal is super easy. Because remember, like we were talking about, you're looking at an image. So some thermals will have a feature where you do a one-shot zero, where basically you shoot and then the thermal will freeze the image, and then you use the buttons and drag the reticle to where your shot landed on the paper, target, whatever. This thing, when I took it out of the box, I played around with it a little bit, and the zero mechanism seems pretty simple. So we'll see if I can zero it in less than 3 shots. All right, let's see how many shots it takes for me to zero this gun. Tag a homie below or send this to a friend that can't zero a gun in less than 30 rounds. So here's how you zero your scope. Hit the menu button, go to reticle adjustment, and then in the crosshair, you'll have this little yellow X, right? So then you take your shot. Ooh. All right, so you're shooting high left. Just locking that on. 4 shots. The impact on the cardboard stays hot for a couple seconds, so it gives you time to make a mental note of like where in the crosshair it was, and your crosshair stays the same. You just move this little X around the crosshair. So you move the X to where your shot placed, where your shot hit, and then you hold the menu button and it resets your reticle to that. It centers it to where you put the X. So super easy. I'm literally an ogre and I was able to do it. So hopefully you geniuses out there can figure it out. Let's see if it holds zero. I'm gonna top off this mag. The homies over at Unlimited Ammo, I'm actually repping their shirt, okay. Sent us over some of their 300 blackout subs. It sounds like a really deep toned paintball gun. Check out Unlimited Ammo, they're the freaking movies. What? We got 10 shots in here. Yeah, 10 rounds. See if it holds zero for all 10. All right, guys, well, that's all I've got for my initial thoughts on the PARD Ocelot 640. Again, I'll just reiterate, so far, I'm pretty optimistic. I think it's a great scope. I think the pricing is pretty fair. I love that it comes with a laser rangefinder, ballistic calculator. I love the focal knob on it. I like the features. I'm still getting used to the buttons, but that's okay. Anybody's gonna go through that. I'm excited to shoot some pigs with it. Other than that, that's all I've got. Y'all know how to support. Stay tuned for initial thoughts videos on other units. We've got some hunts coming up, a lot of hunts coming up. It's that time of year. And then my final thoughts video on it coming here in a few weeks. I appreciate you guys and see you next time. Am I on? Is it working? I'm about to crash out.